Hello everybody, this is Dave Wallace coming to you from Waihawa, Hawaii, and welcome to Sunday Talk Story Time. And before I get on with tonight's story, I'll be sharing a dream that I had, and which explains a lot of things that I do right now. Okay. However, the announcements are, first, I am continuing to post the Powerball numbers twice a week. Okay, and that doesn't mean I'm not working the Mega Million. I am working the Mega Million. However, I am using the Mega Million results as my personal numbers, and that one I'm not sharing with anyone. But the Powerball numbers, I've been cleared by my ancestors to share that with you. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is that the NFL season is just beginning, and in fact, I got through with my first weekend and I got slaughtered. Okay, I got 2 correct predictions and 6 misses, and I equate this to just like zeroing in a new rifle. Every time at the beginning of a season, and especially seasons that I plan to work, I have to go through a zero in, kind of like reconditioning and getting back to reading the energies. Okay, because every new season that comes up, just the nature of the game, players change, coaches change, and because of that, the energy of the teams that are on the field changes too. And right now we're in preseason, so a lot of the teams are not at their best form that they can be. They're not playing to their full potential. So this is a good time to kind of like get used to the energy and get back into the flow of energy, so that we have 2 more weeks of preseason before the beginning of the regular season. And so I'll be working that. A new thing that I'm implementing is on Saturdays throughout the regular season, I'll be holding a free demonstration on how I do ARV to predict sports. So check my channel, my Facebook page, Intuitive Insights Hawaii, and I'll be posting a Zoom link. If you want to join in and work a game or 2 with me on Saturdays for the Sunday games, you're welcome to do that. So this coming Saturday, next week Saturday, is going to be actually my second video conference and demonstration of this, and hopefully we can keep this going if there is interest. If there's no interest, then I'm just going to stop. Okay, but I enjoy working these games, and it gives me an opportunity to work in other directions besides the stock markets and money markets that I normally work in. So having the sports is really good. The NFL is not my best performance, though my best performance actually comes in the WNBA. Okay, so that's where my stats are normally higher. Okay, so that is out of the way. Also, I encourage you to, if you enjoy what I'm sharing, please share it with other people and subscribe. Okay, for those of you first time watching this. Anyway, today I wanted to share with you a dream that has been driving me over the last couple years. And this dream, I have a lot of big house dreams is what I call this. And in this big house dream, I found myself sitting in a room that was filled with books. And these books looked different. They were more like pamphlets. And I was sitting at a round table, and I saw a stack of books in front of me. And I was just looking through them, and I say, wow, these subjects look different. You know, looks really interesting. And so as I opened the book, there's titles like How To, and all of these are self-help books. And I look at the bottom of the page, the author is me, David Wallace. And whoa, I'm surprised. I enjoy writing. In fact, I have a lot of manuscripts that I wrote that's hanging out of my computer that I haven't published yet. Some of them I am selling it as a form of workbooks. But I haven't, the only book that I've published so far is The Journey of Our Souls, which you can pick up on Amazon if you want, or you can check my website for it. Anyway, a copy of it. Anyway, so I'm looking at these books and I'm looking through, and I kind of look around in the room, and this room has shelves and shelves and shelves of books. And these books are kind of like bound differently, and when I stand up and walk towards these shelves, I notice that they're more like pamphlets. And so I pull out some of these pamphlets, and the first one I pull out is Craps Betting Methodology by me. And so I look at them, I go, oh wow. And I see, I look up, and there's a plaque on the shelf saying gaming. So all of my favorite games that I like to play at the casino, roulette, craps, four-card keno, all of these different things, I have little booklets that I wrote that describe strategies that I use, winning strategies that I use to play these games. I even picked out one. I just reached in and say, okay, well, what is this book? And I look at it. It's how to select the best slot machines to play using your mana. And it was amazing, all of these things that I was pulling out. And then I move over to the next set of books. And these books are stacked on shelves from the ceiling down to the floor. And so the next set of books I look, oh, healing. Oh, okay. And I start pulling out all of these hockey, prana, and even yoga books and stuff. And they're all kind of like short lessons that I learned over the years, and they're compiled in these stacks. And in a way, it reminds me of my own Akashic records, what I was looking at. Everything that I was thinking about, everything that came through my mind, is all logged and cataloged, and it's presenting itself right to me. And this bookshelf shelf went clear across the room on one side, down the other side, and came and wrapped around the book. And I'm looking at it, dang, I was a busy bee. So, and it's describing a lot of things that I'm doing right now. For those of you not too sure what I do every day, I spend a lot of time writing, and the things that I'm writing about are things that I'm working on in ARV, strategies in roulette. I'm refining a strategy in my betting strategy for craps, and I'm looking at all of these different things on ways to help people perform better. And that's my goal, is to help people. If you choose to do something and you want to do something, my job is to help you do the best you can and discover your inner strengths and what works for you. And that's what these self-help books were all about. Okay, and wrapping around. And after looking at the books and realizing, wow, I wrote a lot of stuff, or at least I have a lot of information on a wide variety of things. I had even notes on investing on stocks, which I'm doing right now. Okay, and so that was there already written. Then I noticed these plaques were on the wall, and they were picture frames. And these picture frames were pretty small. In fact, it was about 8 to 10 inches long and about 3 inches 3 inches wide. So stands out like a slip, like a time card slip. And all of these things were in small little frames and hanging up on the wall. So curious, I walk over and I look at them and I start laughing because all of these things are lottery tickets. And the first lottery ticket that was shown to me was a major win in the Mega Million. Okay. And as I started looking at that, and there's a bunch of these tickets and with various numbers, some in a million, some of them in hundred thousands, thousands, and all of these bunches, $10, $20, $100, and all of these things were framed, and it covered the wall. Where there wasn't books, there was these frames all over, and some of these numbers that I had, especially with the Mega Million, and some of them from the Powerball, there were tremendous amounts. And so, and I'm looking around and I say, geez, no wonder I'm in this place. Is this my own house that I'm looking at? Because this room was huge. And then when I finished looking at all of these little frames, okay, and all of these winnings, that, and it was the only thing missing was a date. That I couldn't see the date on there when this thing's supposed to happen. But as I looked around, there were in open spaces, there were glass cabinets, just like trophy cases. And as I came to the trophy cases, there are items inside there, Native American items, which I already have from my work with the Native Americans up on the mainland, and here in Hawaii, I have some of their gifts. And I also have other cultures that look like they presented me with gifts, probably taking my classes. And all of these items were placed inside a display case. And there were bowls, there were figurines, there were painted objects, there were carvings from all around the world. And I show pictures of me with different people in different outfits, and a lot of them were shamans from around the world, native shamans from multiple cultures. And I'm looking at this and I says, you know what I plan to do when I win the lottery is to establish a center for healing. And that's my main purpose. And it's an educational center where I'll teach people how to heal. Now, when I speak about healing, I'm not only talking about the physical, emotional, and spiritual healing, but also financial healing, okay? How to heal your finances and be better, be smarter in your investments. And the skill that comes with that I'm teaching right now is associative remote viewing, okay? And that is why I'm emphasizing a lot of training in associative remote viewing, because in times like this right now, where some of us are out of job, out of work, if you use your associative remote viewing skills, there's opportunities out there where you can earn money using these skills, okay? And not all of them is gambling, okay? You can make good choices in investments, decisions in your personal life, decisions in your business, and using associative remote viewing to take a look just into the near future or distant future to make better decisions for you that will help you with your finances, okay? And I am a professional Precog Pro with a program, and that's been investing in the Standard & Poor Index, okay, the SPY Index, okay, and so I get paid for my predictions there. For those of you that live in states that can have sports betting. There's an application that, in fact, one of my manuals that I already completed, and I'm thinking about creating getting on Amazon and offering it as an ebook. People have been buying it and been very satisfied with that, and I've been using that as a training manual. Okay, so all of these indications, when I was looking inside this room, and there are cases and cases of things displayed, and gifts and pictures and certificates from all over the world and multiple cultures. And it seemed that you know, a lot of people are coming to see me for advice and training. And this is the kind of dream that I had. This dream I had was almost 15 years ago, okay? And that started me on this trend to where I'm heading right now. So the dream continued to show me, you know, I was only in this one room, and when I came walking out in a hallway, my wife was there, and I was asking her, "Babes, whose house is this?" And she looked at me and go, "What do you mean?" "Yeah, whose house is this?" "You forgot, this is our house." I look around. Whoa, this is a, you know, beautiful home. And I went outside. There was a nice yard, trees, and there was a place where I pointed to a building, and my wife says, I pointing at this building out in the distance, and I said, "What is that?" And she was ready to slap me, and says, "Lola, that's your school." And so all of these visions that I saw, a nice home with a large property and a place where I can hold my training, came to me in dream, and it's a recurring dream that I keep on having. It's not something that I dreamt about once and then it goes away. It keeps on coming back. And for me as a dreamer, that this has been happening all my life, I know that this is an important vision given to me, and this is my life purpose. So I'm using my skill as a remote viewer to go after a very worthy goal, okay? And I'm doing this not only for myself, but also for the people that may need my help. And once I establish this, I have heirs to consider and descendants to consider. And by being successful in the lottery will help me accomplish this big dream of mine, okay? And I see dreams as a challenge and also a possibility, what my ancestors see for me. And so by doing this and pursuing this, this is something that my ancestors and surprisingly recently is my grandparents, both sides, and my parents, my mom and dad, have been appearing in my dreams right before I do my work in the lottery, and it seems like I have their backing and blessing to go for it. So I feeling very confident that I'll be able to accomplish this soon. And if I all of a sudden change my address, you know, that's my dreams came true. And so this is what I wanted to share with you. I know there's a lot of practitioners out there and looking at what I'm doing, and I've been criticized for using my skills to go after some of these money-making things. And for me, the money part isn't as important as what the money can do. Okay, it's a tool. It's not just money to me. The money represents a completion of my vision, a completion of my mission, okay? And it's with the money I can create all of these things and manifest it in the real world. So that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm doing, and hopefully this explanation will be satisfactory, okay? So thank you so much for watching and listening to this old man just spout out his thoughts. And thank you for watching, and until next Sunday, New Talk Story Time. And this is Dave Wallace from Waihoa, Hawaii, wishing you folks a very good week and stay safe, and aloha.